Okay, we're good. So if you can't hear me, you can unmute and let me know that I've died, whatever's going on here. Good morning, folks. Thanks for coming. It seems like, in spite of my getting the word out late this week, and it's happened before, that you folks know that these logins don't change. Vicky's been moving. We've been moving her office. So she is over at her office trying to get organized over there to bring stuff over here because we're going to set her up here in the house. And then last Friday, she had a mediation. So that's where she was last week. So she is still alive and well, just kind of a bit of a stressful period right here where with this office move. Every time we move our office, which we've done a couple of times, it gets interesting. So anyway, getting back into our yoga, which we need right now. Everyone take a deep breath in and then let it go. And one more deep breath. And sigh it out. So for the next 50 minutes or so, you've got nowhere to go and nothing to do. Just be right here in this space. Just noticing feeling, moving, breathing. Softening here, just releasing down. And finding those sensations, what you feel today. And find a sense of gratitude. Be thankful that you're able and well enough to do your yoga practice. And make it your practice. No pain. You can rest whenever you want. And if something else comes to mind that would feel good for you, then move into that posture. Make it your practice. And now coming to that upright seat, draw the shoulders back. And we'll start with the shoulders. So draw the shoulders up to the ears and then take the shoulders back and down. Again, remember to move the head to keep the neck soft and relaxed. And then release the shoulders. Your next inhale, bring the shoulders up. And then draw the shoulders back and down. And bringing the shoulders up one more time. Draw the shoulders back and then hold the shoulders back. Press the heart forward. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you feel a cramp coming on back there, of course, release, but just breathe. And then release the shoulders. Good. Bring the hands out to the side, fingertips down on the floor. Lift up tall, turn the palms to the ceiling, and on your inhale, bring the hands up, and they kind of just float up there. And then turn the palms out as you exhale, and the hands down. And inhaling, hands lift. And exhaling, reaching wide. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Take that other hand behind, and you can either have the fingertips on the mat or that right arm extended, looking back. And don't strain that shoulder too much as you reach if you're reaching behind you. And now come to the front, bring that right hand across, and that gentle twist to the left. And now coming back to the front. Yeah, bring the hands out in front, press the palms together. Lift up tall, draw the arms in, but reach the fingers forward. This arms as straight as you can get them. And on an inhale, let the hands lift up toward the ceiling. And then turn the gaze straight ahead and draw the arms back. Back by the ears, still reaching now toward the ceiling. And then bring the hands down, the arms down into cactus arms and draw the elbows back. Pressing the heart forward. Keep the neck relaxed. Hard to do when you're drawing the elbows back. One more breath. And then release the hands down. Yeah, bicycle the shoulders. Just one forward and the other one forward. And then the other way. Yeah, bring the hands to cup the knees. So the arms are straight, but they're not really. Lift the gaze up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, down toward the chest, rounding back. Inhaling, lifting up, pressing the heart forward, gazing up. Exhaling, chin toward the chest, and just release as you exhale. Inhaling, lifting back up, third time. And exhaling, big long exhale, release and let it all go. And inhaling, coming back to that upright seat. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, just let that right arm drift up toward the ceiling. Let the gaze follow the hand. Draw your right shoulder back. And now bring the left hand out and arc to the left. Strong through the lifted arm, reaching through the fingers. And let the gaze drift down toward the left hand, still drawing the right shoulder back. And then bring the gaze back up toward the ceiling. Hand comes back up. Exhaling, release. Good. And on your inhale, let the left hand drift up toward the ceiling. Breathing, drawing the arm in, it's strong and you're reaching. And bring the right hand out, slide it out. Arcing right. Keeping that left sits bone on the mat. Let the gaze turn down toward the right hand. Keep the neck a little bit relaxed here. No more tension than you need. And the gaze drifts back up toward the ceiling. Still reaching. Hand to the ceiling. And release. Good. All right. We'll do some circles. So move the heart toward the top of the mat and then take the body out to the right and come back, chin toward the chest. And then to the left, press the heart forward, head lifts as you come forward, exhaling, rounding back. Inhaling and exhaling. One more circle this direction. And then go the other way, coming to the right and open, and to the left and back. Yeah, just let these little movements or large movements feel good. And when you come toward the back, just release back, chin toward the chest. On your next inhale, lift back up to that upright seat. Ah, yes. So come over onto all fours into table. Finding your table with the tops of the feet on the mat, or you can curl the toes under if that feels good. And we'll just do some big circles here going in our table. So take the body out to the right, open the knees a little wide, let the hips come back toward the heels, let the head drop. Inhaling, come to the left and come up. A little bit forward for the wrists, and then to the right and back. Head drops. And inhaling to the left and up, gazing ahead, exhaling back. And inhaling up. And now go the other way to the left and back, to the right and up, and to the left and back, and to the right and up. And one more circle. Yeah. And curl the toes here and just press into plank. And you're going to go, ooh, my hands are way back there. That's okay. Strong here. Knees can be down. One more breath. Then just drop those knees back down to the mat, back into your table, and you're right back where you were. You didn't move the hands and you didn't move the feet. Good. Wag your tail. And now with the eyes gazing straight down to the center of the mat, just take the hips out to the right and bring the weight onto the right knee. And now come to center and take the hips to the left. And center one more time, hips go right. And center and left. And coming back to center, take that breath. Extend your right leg, toes down on the mat. Take a minute here to release the hips. And then strong through that extended leg, press back through the heel. Bring the foot hip height, extend the left hand straight out, reaching through spread fingers, pressing back through the heel, and circle that lifted foot. And then the other way. One more breath here. And bring the left hand down. Take your right foot out to the right. Keep it lifted. Look past the right shoulder and lift that right foot as high as you can. And bring the right foot back. And take the right knee to the right elbow. Inhaling it back across to the left elbow. Take it back and bring it straight up the middle toward the face and kick it back. Good. Breathe. One more deep breath. And bring the right knee down and take that breath in table. And extend the left leg, toes on the mat. Pressing back gently. Leg is strong. And then lift that foot hip height, extending the right arm. Circle your toes. Ooh, big pop in my ankle. And then go the other way. Good. Reaching, pressing back through the heel. Bring the right hand down, take the foot out to the left. Lifting, gazing toward those toes. Spread the toes. And bring the foot back hip height. Flatten the sacrum. And as you exhale, take the left knee to the left elbow and kick it back across to the right elbow and kick it back and up the center, exhaling it back. One more deep breath. And bring the left knee down. Take a breath in table. Open the knees a little wide. Come back into your child's resting pose. Ah, yes. Now reach the hands all the way up toward the top of the mat. Let the head go, and the elbows can be down here, and just let the head release down toward the mat. Gently softening the hips back toward the heels. Now lift the head and reach the hands up as far as you can reach toward the top of the mat with the hips way back toward the heels. Let the head go. And on an inhale, come up and forward into knee plank. Curl the toes into regular plank. And then bend the elbows if you choose. Come down to chaturanga, which means you're almost all the way to the mat, but not quite. And then press back up. And now lower. And you can lower halfway, a third of the way, or not at all. And one more time, lower. And back up. Now take a breath in plank. And bring the knees down a little wide. And let the hips come back toward the heels. And back into your child's pose. Come back up into table and extend the right arm out to the right, strong through the arm, and on an inhale, let that shoulder open, hand lifts, gaze follows the hand. Exhaling, bring the hand down and under. Take the right side of the head to the mat. Reach through with the fingers, and then put the left hand wherever you want it to be. Gently turn the gaze up toward the ceiling. I like looking up underneath my left arm. And now bring the left hand under the shoulder, lift up, extending to the right, opening to the right. And bring that right hand down, take a breath in table, move. And extend the left arm, inhaling, open to the left. And as you exhale, take the left hand down and under. Turning the gaze gently toward the ceiling. Only as much effort as it takes to do the posture. Everything else is relaxed. And bring the right hand under the shoulder, lifting up, extending and opening to the left. And bring the left hand down, back into table. Curl the toes, lift to down dog. Strong now. Fingertips gripping the mat, feel the palms of the hands on the mat. And then work one heel and then the other. And lift the right foot hip height, pressing back through the heel, pressing the left heel down into the mat. And bring the right foot down, bring the left foot hip height, flex that foot, press back through the heel, and then gently press the right heel toward the mat. And bring the left foot down. Take a breath, bend the knees, pressing back, and then step those feet up toward the hands. Come to half lift. Exhale, bend the knees forward, forward fold. Let the head release. So you're looking at your knees, top of the head toward the mat. And work the heels. Be sure those heels are turned out slightly. And bend the knees so much that you get your fingertips down on the mat. And now press with the feet and round up. Draw the shoulders back, take the arms wide, bring the hands up. Palms come together. And then exhale into mountain pose. All right, good, good. Good, good, good. Sun salutation A. Press down into the mat with the feet. Press the toes down into the mat. Lift up into mountain pose. Turn the palms out, inhale the hands up. Exhaling the right hand down, arc right. Inhale that right hand up. And now the left hand down, arcing left. And inhale up. Exhale, arms wide, dive into the forward fold. Press the hips to the ceiling gently. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, stepping back into plank. Strong, gripping the mat, inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Releasing the tops of the toes onto the mat into cobra. We'll take an extra breath here. And now pressing up and back, downward dog. And a couple of breaths, gently working the heels. And now step the feet forward. Come to half lift. Press the belly toward the toes. Exhale, forward fold. And now lift the head, long in the spine. Press into the mat with the feet coming up. And exhale into your mountain pose. All right, that's Sun A. We're going to do Sun B. We're going to do the Ashtanga style Sun B. A little bit different from what I've been teaching in the past, but only a little bit different. So from mountain pose. Bend the knees, bring the hands out in front and come up into chair. Then bring the hands together in prayer. Lift the hips into forward fold. Inhale, come to half lift. And now exhaling back into our plank. Vinyasa, coming down. Cobra, modified cobra or upward dog. And back to downward facing dog. Lift the right foot high. And take it to the top of the mat. Take a breath here in high lunge. Bend the back heel in and down, come up to warrior one. Strong through the back leg. Exhaling, the hands back down to the mat. Step the right foot back beside the left and vinyasa. Down, inhaling, cobra, modified cobra, upward dog. Exhaling, down dog. Lift the left foot high, exhaling it forward. A breath, settle. Spin the back heel in and down, warrior one. Exhaling, coming back down. Left foot beside the right, vinyasa. Downward dog. And breathe. And step the feet toward the hands. Half lift. Exhale, fold. And now back to that chair with the hands lifted, knees bent. Lifting up and to mountain pose. Good, yoga flop. So that gets your heart going. Most definitely. Step back with the right foot. And those right toes are turned out slightly, 2 lengths for the feet. Hips parallel to the front edge of the mat. And the hands behind. However you want to arrange those hands. Lift up, shoulders back. And now exhale and fold with a little bend in the left knee, the left hip drawing back. Let the head release. Lift the hands to the ceiling. Unclasp the hands, bend the front knee, bring the fingertips down ahead of the foot, and then lift the right foot hip height. And now release one hand or both hands into standing airplane. Inhale, come up. Strong reaching out. Exhale, the hands down. Good. Ragdoll. And now step the left foot back. 2 lanes for the feet. Finding that stance that works best for you for head to knee. And bring the hands behind. Squeeze the heels of the hands together if you've got the fingers interlaced. And then exhale and fold, head to knee. And now bend the front knee, release the hands, fingertips to the floor. Left leg lifts. Find stability into standing airplane. Inhale up. And the hands come down. Beautiful, great, all right. Whew. So let's just do a minute or two of a wide-legged posture. So step wide on your mat with the heels pressed out. Comfortably wide stance. Hands to the hips. And then as you inhale, just take the gaze up toward the ceiling and move the hips forward. Let the head or the gaze drift back on the ceiling. Elbows are back, shoulders are back. And coming up, stay long in the spine as you hinge into wide-legged forward fold. Hands to the legs, ankles, or the floor, and let the top of the head release. And with each exhale, with a little bend in those knees, you try to move the head a little bit closer down toward the floor. Gazing back between the wide legs. And now gently walk the hands over toward the right foot, or whichever foot is toward the back of the mat. And you can do the bind here if you want, with the hand behind the leg. And then release, bring the hands to center, and come over toward the other side, the foot closest to the top of the mat. And now bring the hands to center. Let the head go. And now walk the hands away into wide-legged down dog. Pressing the outside edges of both feet into the mat and the heels into the mat. And now walk the hands back under the face. Come up onto fingertips, press the belly toward the mat. And bring the hands to the hips, elbows to the ceiling. Now we inhale and we come up. Ah, good. Turn the toes toward the top of the mat, up on the back toes, and just step to the top of the mat. Good, ragdoll. From mountain pose, inhale the hands up, arms wide, exhale into the forward fold. Then come to half lift. And now float those feet back into plank. Take that inhale. And then lower down. Bring the hands down by your side, palms down, and come into locust. Lift the head and the chest, upper chest. Lift the legs and lift the arms and hands. Long through the neck and breathe. Two more deep breaths. And exhaling, take everything down and the right side of the face to the mat. Left side of the face. Here's one we haven't done in a while. A couple of ways you can do this. You can bring your hands under the body, palms down. My arms don't do that. I can't rotate that way. So I'm going to interlock my fingers underneath my hips. Chin is on the mat. And now I'm going to inhale and lift both feet. And bring the feet down, lift the hips, release the hands. And now just press up into table. Take that breath. And swing the feet around to the front. So let's come into Navasana with the knees bent. Straighten the right leg. And bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. And switch, extending the right leg. 2 breaths. And back to the left leg. And bend both knees. Bring the knees all the way into the chest, hug them in tight, still balancing. Then extend into Navasana if you choose, bent knees or straight legs. And bring both feet down to the mat. Come into cobbler with the bottoms of the feet together, heels in close to the body, knees wide, and breathe. And then slide the feet away into butterfly, diamond, whatever. And inhaling, come up and bring the knees together. If your shoulders are good today, bring the feet about halfway in, hip width. Bring the hands behind the hips and just lift up into reverse table. Let the head fall back and breathe. One more breath. And exhaling, bring the hips down. And a little shoulder stretch here. Move the hips toward the heels with the elbows toward the back of the mat, fingertips pointing toward the top of the mat. And now just gently lower your middle back down toward the mat. Now straighten the arms, move the hips back. Bring the hands behind the knees and come down onto your back. Ah, yes. Knees are straight up toward the ceiling, feet in close to the body. Bring both knees into the chest, both feet straight up. Everything from the hips to the top of the head and down to the fingertips is relaxed as you press up through the heels. And turn the toes out as you open the legs wide and bring the hands to the inside of the knees and just gently, gently spread those legs just a little bit further. Taking the gaze between the wide legs. Now bring the hands to the outsides of the knees and bring the legs together, still toward the ceiling, planting those feet, bottoms of those feet on the ceiling. Ah, yes. Now keeping the right leg lifted, gently lower the left foot all the way down to the mat. And lift the right foot back up. Gently lower the right leg down to the mat. And lift the right leg back up. Bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide, palms up, breathe. Now bring the knees up to the ceiling, bring the left ankle onto the right knee, reach through here for figure 4. Flex the left foot and take the knee and the foot a little to the right. And now release the right foot down, release the ankle from the foot or from the knee, and bring the right ankle onto the left knee. Flex the right foot, figure 4. And bring the left foot down, release the ankle. Ah, yes. And with the left foot on the floor or the left leg straight, whichever you want, bring the right knee into the chest and hug it in. And take the right knee toward the right shoulder. Just lifting it a little bit out to the right. And now release the right foot down to the mat. You can keep that foot on the mat or you can extend the right leg. Bring the left knee into the chest. Hug it in. And then take the left knee toward the left shoulder. And bring the left foot down, extend those legs straight. Bring both knees into the chest and gently rock side to side. Bring both feet down, arms wide, let the knees fall to the right, turn your gaze to the left. Just let it all go, just release. And knees to the ceiling, knees to the left, and gaze right. And bring the knees back up to the ceiling. Legs long, arms up behind you. Full body stretch, deep inhale. Reaching out through fingers and pressing out through the heels. Big long inhale. And exhale, come into your Savasana. Ah, yes. Just see how relaxed you can get. You can shift a little bit if you want, find a little more ease, and then release. Yes, little movements, larger movements. And coming up to seated when you're ready. Thank you for practicing with me, and namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.